Hello everyone, I'm Eric Musco, Game Director on Star Wars The Old Republic.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Okay, so before we talk about this new type of content, we must address this first. Eric Musco, the former community manager for the game, became the producer a few years ago, while newbie Jackie took over the community manager position. The game director is, or was, Keith Kanig. So why is Eric Musco introducing himself as game director here? Well, let's take a look at this first.
Live stream. I'm Jackie, SWTOR's community manager.
And I'm Eric, the what's my title? Lead game producer. That's the one.
I never know my
title.
days we will actually get this correct.
I don't know what my title is. I work here.
Okay, so he messes up his own title sometimes. Guess this is just a simple mistake? But wait, look here at the bottom left of the screen. The actual title on screen, Game Director. What is going on here? Did Keith get silently replaced by Eric Musco as the actual game director? That is huge news, and they just gloss over this like it's nothing? Is this a mistake? We seriously need some confirmation of this. Devs, we need an answer. Okay, let's talk about this new content they're releasing soon. In fact, it's coming to the PTS very soon according to the devs. I told you all I'd be sure to make another video and show you what this new content looks like. Here it is.
Dynamic encounters are all about breathing life into the planets they inhabit, bringing that feeling of, wait, what's happening over there? With time events ranging from dangerous scraps with Imperials to quirky roadside breakdowns. Let me give you a hypothetical example on Tatooine, one of the planets launching with dynamic encounters in 7.6. You just finished up a mission and you're kicking back in Anchorhead Cantina when you see a dynamic encounter pop up nearby in your map. You hop on your speeder and jump into the action. Imperials are attacking. Some other Republic players join in with you, eventually killing enough Imperials to bring out the Imperial leader. You defeat them and complete your first dynamic encounter. That was cool.
So the new content is a dynamic open world event system, where players will fight mobs that appear during forms of uprisings, and once the players have killed enough of the mobs, a boss will spawn which will end the event once defeated. Now this idea on paper sounds amazing, especially when they say these challenges are going to appear around the galaxy on different worlds. The idea is good, but it's stolen. Look, I don't care if one MMO copies off another, as long as whatever they did was good in the end, players will accept it. For example, World of Warcraft kinda stole the dragon flying style thing from Guild Wars 2, but that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because the feature was cool. But this event, the dynamic open world events, is straight out of Guild Wars 2. This game mastered this type of game feature with huge open world events that literally any player can join without the need for a group. Players would follow this huge series of events across an entire region, waves of enemies, small mini-bosses, and an open world that actually reacts to the victories and defeats. By the end of the event line, your entire group has to face an incredible world boss that takes the efforts of sometimes like 100 players or more. It's nothing short of an amazing MMO experience. But with what Star Wars The Old Republic showed off in its newest video, which I will link in the description by the way, albeit the work is still in progress, looks like a very cheap and lazy copy and paste. Small mobs that appear, kinda lame, bosses that appear at the end look like average Walker NPCs that my level 15 Consular killed in the Essalus last week. They also mentioned that there's going to be hidden chain uprisings or something like that. They're going to be popping up as an enemy type, which kinda screams the fact that the Mandalorian story drama isn't going to be done with. Look, I'm not saying this idea isn't good, but from what we're seeing right now, the gameplay looks awful. The dark versus light bosses look more interesting at face value. And then you've not even addressed the elephant in the room here. If this is open world, then have you made improvements to open world performance? Because my machine is pretty overpowered for this game, and even I get a PowerPoint presentation for gameplay during any open world event. Why make new content that we can't play? This is why the Iokath world bosses and Play as a World boss didn't become popular. The idea is good, but the game just doesn't run well enough for a massive amount of players to group up. That needs to be tackled as soon as possible if you ask me. This is literally the same old mistake they made at launch. The game had huge performance issues with Ilum and open world PvP, and many players left because it was never fixed. Like, that was literally nearly 13 years ago. Look, clearly this feature at face value doesn't even compete with what's already out there, such as Guild Wars 2. So if you are committed to making this, then you need to go all in and make it awesome. And for the love of God, please come up with some better looking bosses. If I have to face a plain looking walker as a boss here, then that's just lame. Some of us are fed up of seeing the same old assets. Make something new for the game and not the cash shop for once. Alright, I'm very interested to know everyone's opinion on this, so be sure to leave your thoughts in a comment. And wow, the whole game director thing, that's crazy. I really hope we get some answers on that soon. Remember guys, we do this so we can push the developers to do better. They've grown complacent over the years, and we as the players need to remind them what actual criticism and feedback looks like. Thanks for watching everyone, and may the force be with you.